Hello, my name is Jerry Hoover, and this week's password is kitten. There is a movement that is happening. People are ditching their old way of lives for a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable way of living. Age-old industries are being threatened, and people are waking up, and lives are being changed. The movement is veganism. I'm going to talk to you today about why you should ditch your hamburger for an Impossible Burger. This is a great cause, and I have found a great organization working towards funding a plant-based life for everyone named Green Life. This is an organization that is dedicated to informing the public about just what is going on behind closed doors in meat factories. They are fundraising constantly to be able to provide vegan lunches for children in schools. So I hope that you will be able to seriously consider donating to them after hearing my speech. First of all, the meat industry is just cruel. We are all so far removed from it that we have no idea what's going on beyond the finished product that appears on our plates. However, there is so much cruelty that animals have to endure in their short time here on Earth before the finished project is produced. The living conditions of the animals are just terrible. You can go onto NPR.com and you can see the virtual slaughterhouse that they have on there that will actually walk you through what it's like to be an animal living in these facilities. Some of them will never see daylight. They are fed so full of just garbage and they actually become so enlarged that their legs will break where they're standing. They are born and raised on conveyor belts. There is a documentary called What the Health that goes into excruciating detail about what cows have to go through in order to keep up with the milk production that is expected of today's society. Cows do not produce milk just all the time. They are like humans. They only lactate when they are pregnant. And so cows are constantly, forcibly, artificially inseminated in order to continue producing dairy, and then once they deliver that calf, they're separated, and they never get to see their child again. The effects of the meat industry on global warming and climate change is huge. There's actually an article published in Time magazine that goes into detail about how the number one contributor to greenhouse gases is the meat industry. If we were to give up meat, the climate change problem would not be an issue anymore. We have evolved past eating meat. There are so many options out there that we really don't have to rely on meat anymore like our ancestors did. Our mouths become smaller because we don't have to be out in the wild like our ancestors consuming raw meat. And ditching meat is actually way better for you in the long run. I want to talk to you about a myth that you might have heard about not eating meat, and that is what everyone says. The first thought when they find out that somebody doesn't eat meat is, well, where do you get your protein? You're going to be protein deficient, and that is one of the biggest myths that has been perpetuated today. There are so many sources of protein that come from not meat. Beans are actually a terrific source of protein, as well as nuts, certain vegetables. There are quinoa, grains. There are so many ways out there for you to get your protein sustenance for the day. And actually, there's a problem that we're facing in America right now where people are actually consuming too much protein and not enough of things like fiber or other nutrients. And so the great thing is for you, if you were to stop eating meat and start getting your nutrition from other things, you would actually have a much more diverse diet and a much more well-rounded nutrition. On top of this, if you stop eating meat, you are so much less likely to be susceptible to foodborne illnesses. There's a guy on YouTube, James Alsey, and 10 years ago, he was diagnosed with cancer. And he was supposed to start treatment right away, and it was discovered that the reason that he had developed this cancer was because of his overconsumption of meat. Well, fast forward to 10 years later, and he cut out meat, and he is still alive and kicking and meat-free and cancer-free. So That was pretty cool to see. If you're afraid that going vegan will limit your options of what you are able to eat, I am here to tell you to fear no more. There are so many non-meat food options for you out there that you will be so surprised when I tell you that there's something out there called an Impossible Burger. And what this is, it was created by a vegan chef, and it's starting to become more and more popular around America. And his goal when he set out to create this Impossible Burger was to create a burger patty that looked, tasted, smelled, and bled just like real meat, and he accomplished that. He was successful. There are videos of people online trying this Impossible Burger versus a meat burger, and they literally cannot distinguish the difference. There's also so many vegan pastas, vegan Thai food, vegan cereal options, like you name it, anything that you like to eat, vegan pizza, it's out there. All you have to do is go out of your way a little bit for now. The vegan industry is gaining so much traction. Within the next few years that we are going to see a lot more vegan options in restaurants. There are so many vegan milks, and so that you don't have to consume dairy. You can have coconut milk, soy, almond, cashew, hemp, oat, and the list goes on. So if you're worried about what you're going to eat with your new vegan cereal, have no fear, there is a vegan milk out there for you. So as you can see, in the long run, vegan is not just so much better for the animals that are being processed for the meat industry, it's better for you, and it's better for our planet, it's better for everyone involved. It's the best way that we can respect our planet and the creatures that we cohabitate our planet with. If you would like to donate to this noble cause, you can go to GreenLife's website at www.greenlife.com, or you can reach their service hotline to learn more. Thank you so much. I seriously hope that you will consider donating to this cause.